beers.
Yeah, good, thanks.
Bloody
Beers.
blowing the froth off.
Hey! Welcome back to the Bloody Brilliant Beers podcast, brought to you by Bluebet.
That's Klutz, I'm Das, we're Bloody Brilliant Beers. We started out reviewing craft beers on Facebook, and now we bring you the conversations that you'd more than likely hear from the front bar at your local. And for the third and final time, Josh, where are we coming to the people from?
Coming from Darcy's Pizza Palace.
Yeah, hopefully we'll never be coming to you from here again because it's a pain in the ass, and we love the Caxton Hotel with all our heart.
Yeah, we do. Look, we're very excited to be back there. The day that you're listening to this, we'll be stepping foot onto the new carpet upstairs. We are so excited. One thing that I will be doing, and I'm possibly doing as you are listening to this, is getting the bloke and aggressively pouring it down my throat with the remnants of it going down the sides of my mouth.
Onto the floor.
And soaking into that new carpet.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a bit of bloke juice in your carpet. We want the first bloke juice to be bestowed upon the Caxton carpet to be Den and Kemp's.
Yeah.
So shout out to Kempy for supporting the podcast once again. Tonight is a very special night for anyone who's a fan of Kempy and bloke, because his bloke jerseys go on sale at 6 p.m. on Monday night. If you're listening to this after Monday, they're on sale. They might be sold out.
Very good chance they're sold out. Now, guys, make sure you get in early, straight away, basically 6 p.m. on that Monday night. He's hoping to get them out. He will be getting them out in time for Magic Round.
Which is huge.
As I've said in the lead up to this, don't be like us two dickheads last year and not have a bloke jersey to wear to Magic Round. So
anyway, before we get into this show, this is the Blowing the Froth Off show where we hear from you guys, the Frothies. So if you want to get in touch, you can give us a call, leave us a message, and we'll play it on next week's show. The number to call is 0731033389. If you're going to call, make it short, sweet. Tell us a joke, tell us a funny story. And do you want to get into the first call, Josh? Or?
Yes, Darcy, I believe we should.
We've got a couple of what would Klutzies do to kick us off. So let's see how we go.
Righto, Klutzy. I've heard a couple of entries into what would Klutzy do, and they're not too bad, but I've got a fucking rip snorter here for you. You've just finished a big day on the tools, you're hot and sweaty, and you're heading upstairs to do what you do best, talk shit. There's one problem, though. There's a midget at the bottom of the stairs. He's horny, he's angry, and the only way you can get past to deliver yarns to the Frothies is to plough that little cunt into the core of the earth. What are you doing?
Punt the cunt. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Just like the nightlife of the 80s, we'd bring back midget tossing and boom, there we go.
There we go. Problem
True
solved.
story. I think I don't know if I said it on here before. Mum used to work in nightclubs in the Valley back in the 80s while going to uni, and one of the nightclubs she worked in, they used to do midget tossing once a week. Yeah, so you used to just get big blokes from around Brisbane and come in and toss a midget. So
that's fucking insane, really.
That's the times, you know.
The times we live in.
It's quite fucked that you'd fucking go in and get paid to be thrown by people.
Yeah, but if that's what you want to do, as we've said, a lot of times don't want to king shame people. So
yeah, that's it. But sounds like I'd be doing it for free.
Yeah, doing the Frothies all a favour.
Yeah, I really have to.
Nothing gets in the way of Klutzy when he wants to record.
No, if you see me at the Caxton, nothing gets in my way. If I'm set in my ways, I just need to get to where I need to be.
Shout out to Tommy Dar from the Alpha Blokes podcast, mate. It's always lovely to hear from you as well. So
it is. He is a great fella.
He is a great
lovely
fella.
looking bloke.
Moving on. Sorry.
He'd be someone I'd be honoured to
punt.
No, not punt. Fucking pound a midget into the core of the earth with.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
maybe an A-frame sort of setup.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Klutz, Das, the BWS pitch here. Hey, I just got what would Klutz do? It starts off with a story. So 2019, I was in Europe with two of my best mates. We were sharing hotel rooms, sharing beds and one bathroom. Now, me being a 19-year-old throbber was, horny as ever. And I'd been going from jerking once a day, twice a day. And I just thought,
fuck.
Etiquette with the boys. We're sharing the same rooms, same bathrooms. We'll stop it. Now, I then had some wet dreams, I suppose. And I was chatting to the boys I was with, and I was like, fuck, lads, like, I'm really toey, eh? Like, what are we going to do about it? And they're like, what do you mean? Why haven't you been jerking off? And I turned to the cunt that I was sharing a bed with. He'd been jerking off next to me.
Oh!
What the fuck is going on? Where is the etiquette? All right, so what would Klutz do in that situation? Would you, A, jerk off in the same room or the same bathroom as your mates? Or B, hold off for as long as you can? Anyway, Huru, BWS bitch, out.
I'm holding off for sure.
I've been in those situations. I've held off, but in that situation, you there should have fucking turned around and returned fire.
Just retaliate instantly.
Yeah, like that's fucked.
I'd be
That's
so
actually
off.
ridiculous,
I'd be
bro.
so off you or any of our mates if I did that too.
Dude, I'd be so angry. I think
Yeah.
I've said it before how up at Woodgate once, there was a bunch of us sharing the room out the back and we're all going to sleep. And then we just heard this little like slapping sound.
Yeah.
And then this giggling. And we're like, hey,
What's
you
going on?
fucking,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say his name. Like, and he's like, ha, you caught me. And we're like, dude, there's like 4 other blokes in this
Yeah.
room. And he's like, sorry, I'm horny.
I
It's
could
like,
almost
well,
guess who that is as well.
Yeah, it's not hard. Not hard to
it
imagine.
was hard
who
for
it is.
him.
Well, yeah, it's always hard for him.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. but,
Anyway, it's I don't know if you're asking what would Darcy do, but it's a no from me, bro.
Yeah.
Miss me. Get new mates.
It's one of my favourite sayings, actually. Sorry. I forgot what my favourite saying is.
Hey,
Talking a lot of shit for a bloke within cum shot distance.
I thought it might have been. It's like kissing your sister.
Yeah. I'm not good at remembering things at the moment.
Moving on.
It's the old fucking paint glue.
hey, boys. Long time listener, first time caller. I've got a bit of a query for you. Why in elevators do you not get reception? I'll let you deal with that one. Here's a quiet hang up.
Dude, it's something that rocks me.
Lovely to hear a free phone call as well. by
Yeah,
the
it
way.
is.
But
It is.
Like, I got Wi-Fi on a flight on the
Yeah.
weekend. So why can't I get fucking phone reception in a lift that's just going up in the air?
Dude, I don't know if it's because of all all the cement and concrete. Like, you know, when you go like into a deep car park, you get shit reception.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that sort of vibe.
But like,
Um,
once you step out of it, there can't be that much concrete.
Why do we have no signal? It says here an elevator or lift to people in English speaking countries. It's also called an elevator in Australia. Is effectively a Faraday cage. It's basically a fully enclosed metal box. So any signal that doesn't get in will be seriously. Oh, basically, yeah, it's all metal and it's fucking.
Yeah, but that still doesn't.
But it's still weird, as you said, man. You
can
can
get
get
a building.
Wi-Fi in space.
yeah,
In space. In the
a
air.
plane.
In
Yeah,
a-
we don't know enough about space to make that claim.
Fuck, I'm way out of it, eh?
It's-
What for?
It's a good question. Yeah. Why?
No, it is. It's if you could be someone that develops the ability to have reception inside an elevator, you would deserve to be known as Flow Rider.
Yeah. Which, as you know, is one of Roy Driscoll's favourite songs. It was on his MySpace
Yes.
page when we were in grade. I don't know what grade it was. 8
Probably
maybe.
8.
Anyway, anyone out there that could break that down for us, please reach out because we're rocked.
Yep.
Moving on.
Hey boys, how are we?
Well, thanks, mate. How are you?
Good man.
Yeah,
how
not
are
too bad myself.
That's the way.
Just bringing up about lies parents fucking told me. When I was a little kid and I didn't put my seatbelt on, they used to tell me that the beeping noise was a sign that the car was going to explode. And if I don't put my seatbelt on, the car was going to explode. I believed that till I was about fucking 11 years old until I told one of my mates and I got fucking ripped into. But you know what? It is what it is. Pretty funny looking back on it now.
There's
Fucking
nothing.
knows.
There's nothing worse than being that age and being so convinced that something's real, and
Fuck yeah,
everyone
dude.
else knows
It's
it's,
like your
honestly a joke.
Your whole life's just you question
A lie.
everything.
I remember growing up, I had a dream. Well, I'm assuming it was a dream, but I was convinced that I was awake, that I saw the shadow of the Easter bunny the night
Yeah.
before Easter.
Yeah.
Like head with the ears, saw it, shadow, woken up in the middle of the night, like, holy shit, the Easter bunny's here.
Yeah.
So my parents obviously told me that Santa wasn't real, whatever age.
Yeah.
But up until about the same age, 10 or 11, I fully thought that the Easter bunny
Easter
was real
bunny
because I've
was-
seen
yeah.
him. And same thing happened at school. No, the Easter bunny's not real. I'm like, well, he is.
Well, he is.
Well,
I've-
he's not.
I've seen
It's made up. Like Santa. I'm like, I know Santa's made up, but I've actually seen the
I've
Easter
seen the bunny. Yeah.
bunny. And when my mum told me, I was like, fuck.
Fuck. Kel, why do you keep lying to me?
Well, it wasn't even her fault. Like, I thought I'd seen it.
Bro,
but,
on the seatbelt thing, I don't know why I ever developed this tendency, but my parents said when I was younger, if they started driving off somewhere and I didn't have my seatbelt on, I would just start screaming at them to stop the car. Like, apparently I was just that petrified of driving
on edge.
without, yeah. So I'd just like fully get up them and start like crying and shit if my seatbelt wasn't on.
I don't know why for me, but I have the smallest fuse with that sort of stuff. Like, if someone gets in their car and starts driving down the street and it beeps, I'm like, can you just put your fucking seatbelt on so I don't have to listen to that? Like, it could beep 3 times and it would drive me insane.
Yeah.
Like, mum used to always do it, back out without a seatbelt on. It'd be beeping halfway down the street. I'm like, just fucking, before this car starts, plug it in so no one has to hear that noise.
And snooze is so bad for it. So bad.
It would do
shut up, you cunt. It's like, put your fucking seatbelt on.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Nuts and darts up your ass. It's the War Choppy Floppy here, back from the depths.
Welcome
just
back.
listened to the pooing fetish episode. On the topic of lies your parents told you, you know, we all knew about the lights in the car being illegal. I don't know what the fuck the police are talking about. That's not true. Another one I heard from the parents growing up that, you know, I figured out later on in life. Did you ever have like a battery operated toy that was just loud as fuck and you loved it? Like an old toy Bosch drill or like something that sang at you.
Yeah.
And one day it ran out of charge and you told your parents and they said they don't make replacement batteries for that toy anymore. I remember hearing it from a Bosch drill. I was gutted. And now I fucking understand exactly what they mean. There is no way in hell that I, as a parent, would ever get a battery-operated toy for my kid if it made noise. Like, fuck that. Also, postscript, May 50K. Let's get around it, boys. Let's fucking start it up again. We had a great run last year. Let's try and knock it out of the park this year. Don't piss the sheets. Give them heaps, jeeps in your cheeks. And no, I don't have another rhyme. Fuck you.
Fucking hell.
Heartbreak from your parents there. You've been lied to, mate.
With the whole battery operated stuff, have I told you, I think I have, my little thing now, if any of the boys have kids, like, and it's like something that I think my mum has been doing. We get like loud toys for the kids.
That's the worst, dude.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because it's funny as fuck.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think if I had anything like that. I can't really remember. I'm sure I would have, but I can't remember specifically being asked, told that there's no more batteries. Yeah.
I think mine we use like trucks and shit like that. Or like the fire engine with like 6 different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put the fields out in the Frothies maybe to see if we should do the May 50K again. I'm going to be running that much. I'm doing a fucking half marathon at the start of July. So, yeah. But
fuck, I don't know how I'll go because trying to run after football last year was absolutely fucked.
Yeah. Clutzy tried to claim his fucking Ks and he was at work just walking around.
Yeah. Well, it works. Or on the footy field. I'm technically running.
Technically running. Anyway, we'll wait and see.
100 metres.
Moving on.
Hey fellas, name's Big Rowdy. Just curious on what you boys think of the old ghost wife or the old Houdini. You know, been doing fucking shit you've been holding in for a nice while. You know, or a little bit. You know.
I can't see why you wouldn't be a massive fan of it. What's to not?
You
like?
literally messaged the other day about that.
It happened to me.
Just ghost wiped.
Happened to me on Thursday or Friday morning.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, you were so happy.
Oh, couldn't have been happier.
It is. It's a phenomenon that not many people get to experience.
I don't know why you'd be mad about it though. Like, he's asking the question?
Yeah, you're saving on toilet paper
and time. It's a dirty job. Like, no one really wants to do that. If you do, again, not here to kink shame, so that's fine. But like, for me, if I could do it every time, I absolutely would.
I do wig out where I'm like,
have I done a good enough job? Yeah. I know what you mean. You second guess. You're like, this could come back to haunt me. But a well-executed one just can't be rivaled.
That's it.
Moving on.
Clutzy, Us, it is Big Red here, formerly of Jeeps Colts fame. I am just calling up because I've been listening to your poo fetish episode.
Oh, no.
Can confirm the downhill skier sometimes doesn't end the way you want it to. I have sprayed and prayed in certain nightclubs in the valley, and yeah, horrible.
Oh, no.
Anyway, something my parents lied to me about was when my dad had a heart condition and he used to work in the mine. So instead of mum and dad telling me that dad had gone into hospital and gone into care, they just told me that he was at work for an extended period of time, and it was a few months, and then he came home, and yeah, this was when I was in year 12, so maybe they thought I was going to be some sort of childhood prodigy, I don't know, but anyway, I'll leave that one with you. I'm going to head to Gunny Races, so if anyone's there this weekend, come say good day. All right, see you around.
Big Red, first of all, it's lovely to hear from you. One of the funniest blokes I've ever met in my life.
I would love, it doesn't sound like it'd be that good to watch, but I would love to watch him attempt to spray and pray and have it go horribly wrong.
Big Red, I have some phenomenal memories of him at Jeeps. He was a Colts captain, I believe, at one point. But there was one year we do something. It's coming back this year, actually. It's called Beer Fest.
Yeah.
And each team or each position gets a nation, and you got to dress up in the theme of that nation.
Yep.
He's a prop.
Yep.
Big Red by name, Big Red by nature.
Yeah, he's not called that for nothing, is he?
No, he's not. And he got Japan, so he dressed up as a sumo wrestler.
Unbelievable.
And there is a photo of him somewhere where he's just smashing piss, and it's in front of the glue factory, and everyone's just getting right around him, and then he just fucking passes out in front of the glue factory, basically on
And he
the
just
field.
got one of those diapers on.
And it's like being fucking filmed by Stan Sports and shit.
Lovely.
It was so fucking funny.
Lovely.
Secondly, though, that is a gnarly fucking
Lie from your parents, yeah.
But I could sort of
Probably for
see
the
where they're
greater
coming
good, though.
from.
Yeah.
I remember when my mum had cancer when I was in year 7. Like, we knew she was sick, but they would
Didn't know
lie
how
about
serious, yeah.
Excuse me, I've got a little tickle in my throat.
Probably for the benefit of everyone.
That's it. In those situations, I don't know how I think initially I'd be pretty pissed off, but when you eventually find out,
Yeah.
but then it's like,
You can see where they're coming from. Yeah.
So, it's good that the big fella's okay, though.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
the main thing.
Stacy, how are we, boys?
Good ball, how are you?
Yeah, no, waiting for winter. It's pretty warm at the moment. Just thought I'd call back, inspect a small gadget here. Thought I'd call back and elaborate on the head noise from the $27,000 piss-up.
Oh, no.
It was all good and well, fell asleep, just wanted to be nice and clean, and the warm water running along my back and my ass sitting down on the tap there, just sucking away at it. It was quite lovely. So I fell asleep, and then it was about 2 hours later that I had a tapping on my shoulder, which was quite strange because I lived alone. 2 lovely ambulance workers were there, and I said, good morning. And they said, good morning, it's time to get up. And I said, oh, yeah, sorry. And then I go into overdrive, and I said, oh, sorry, guys, I've had a terrible flu and just fell asleep. That was all good and well until I looked to my right. I saw a goon bag. Looked to my left, and I saw 3 double blacks. And I went, look, guys, I'm going to be honest. I have not been telling the truth here. I tried to get all-day Maccas the next morning. It works, but the $27,000 still does not. Give them heaps.
Yeah, there's no amount of shame eating that could make you feel better about that, I reckon.
Not. Shout out to paramedics as well. Bro, I remember at schoolies, one of the fellas I stayed with, Gez, had never really got on the piss during school.
Yep.
And he tried to do this challenge. You know the Centurion challenge, 100 shots in 100 minutes?
Shot of beer every minute.
Shot of
for
beer every
100 minutes. Yeah. Sounds way easier than it actually is.
It's a lot of liquid.
A shot of beer is not much, but if the first few aren't easy as fuck.
It's about
100
3 litres
minutes,
of beer, I think.
which is
a lot of beer.
Yeah.
It's like
10 beers in 100
beers,
minutes.
Yeah. So Sam though thought he'd do 100 shots in 100 minutes
Of not beer.
and it
like
wasn't
spirit.
beer.
Yeah.
And didn't think about
Yeah.
that. And anyway, he got fucked up.
There isn't a man
very
alive who
quickly.
could drink 100
No,
shots of
no.
pure alcohol.
Possibly the smartest person I've ever met as well.
Yeah,
But he
yeah,
got
yeah.
proper fucked
I think he's
up.
a doctor now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But I remember we had to get the paramedics there. It happened after we were both lying on my bed laughing. He stopped laughing, and then I felt this warm sensation on my shoulder.
Oh, no.
And he yacked all over it. I can't deal with yak. So I sprinted to one of the toilets and started throwing up.
Yeah.
And then one of the boys thought that I was proper. I was fucked, but I was sweet.
Yeah, like not.
And they wouldn't
not
let me
needing
get out of
medical.
the. They actually wouldn't let me get out of the shower.
Yeah, right.
So there was one person just standing there watching me, just in my jocks, just showering. And
Yeah.
I was like, "Can I go out and see Sam?"
Yeah.
They're like, nah. And the paramedics came in and were trying he was like trying to say, "Oh, I'm not that fucked," and they actually got him to do a
Sobriety
maths test.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah.
And they were like, "Who's probably the most sober in this room?" And Snooze had just come up.
Yeah.
Because Snooze had just met everyone. Snooze had like 1 or 2 beers. And they're asking these maths questions. And Sam's being like,
saying all the
shit.
answers.
Snooze was like, "Fuck me, I'm sober and I can't even do this shit."
And Sam was just nailing it.
Sam was just nailing it every time. But yeah, the ambulance people sort of were like, okay, maybe he is telling the truth.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not because he had to get his stomach pumped.
Oh, fuck. I've never had to get my stomach pumped, thank God.
Yeah, it was close. I'm not sure if he definitely went to hospital, but he came back and it was all sweet.
I had to go on a drip one day after a night out, but never stomach pump, thank God
it's
for
fucked.
that. But yeah, that's, as I said, absolutely no amount of shame eating could fix that head noise for me. 27 grand. I wouldn't even want to go to Macca's next day. I'm like, how am I going to pay for this? Like,
Bro, I'd just be so upset. I wouldn't want to drink.
forever. Yep.
Ever.
Actually, I'd love to know how long this bloke had off the piss.
Yeah,
Inspect the
reach
small
out again,
gadget.
dude.
Yeah.
Small gadget because
how long till you had your next beer?
Probably like a day.
Yeah, true. Probably the following
Seems
Friday.
like the sort
or
of
something.
operator that just would have got back on the horse.
Straight on it next Friday. May as well. No point not having fun for the rest of the time.
That's it.
Moving on.
Konnichiwa, cunts. It's the camel toe inspector. Just ringing up in response to the second call on the Monday pod where old mate flooded 7 apartments like an absolute fucking peanut. You guys were asking how, and I can confirm with the utmost certainty that that $20 box of fuck you is exactly how. Goon is the devil's piss.
Yes.
It is fucking horrendous. It will make you fucking see flavours that you've never seen and taste colours like there's no fucking tomorrow. That shit will fuck you up. I have more than one story about getting on that fucking cheap shit, and fuck me, the horrendous shit that happens is next level.
Yeah.
So, in summary, don't drink Goon. Grab a fucking bloke instead, because you will absolutely 120 million% have a better melon.
Absolutely.
Goon's fucked.
Goon is fucked.
Camel toe inspector? Yeah.
As I was previously saying, I've been to hospital once after drinking, and it was after drinking Goon.
Yeah, nice. I was going to say that Fruity Lexia makes anything sexier.
Yeah, we used to do, I think I've spoken about it before, uni games, we used to do Goon Punch in the sink before we went out.
Yeah.
Always ended so poorly.
Remember when you used to, it's got an old Hills hoist.
Yeah.
Used to attach the goon bag and swing it around.
Yeah, Goon of Fortune.
Goon of Fortune, that's it. I was at a mate's once, and it was his 21st, and we're doing Goon of Fortune. Sorry, it was at his mum's property, doing Goon of Fortune, but the backyard had like a bit of a slant.
Yeah.
And the Hills hoist had slanted with it. But someone was that fucked they didn't realise, so we just kept standing them in the corner and he'd spin them around and every single time we'd hit them. They'd be like, oh my God.
Me again.
Yeah, we're just like, oh yes, my child.
But that was our last call. I thought that it could be a good topic for next week's Monday pod. If you've had a bad experience with Goon,
Yeah.
give us a call and let us know, because I'm sure there's some fucking hilarious stories out there.
Goon and fat lambs.
Yeah, Goon and fat lambs are the worst too.
Yeah.
I drank them once and was so sick the next day. I was like, I'm never drinking this again.
We were security guards for a mate's younger brother's 18th, and I think we were 20 or 21 at the time. And this chick walked in, and she had a 10-pack of lambs, and we were like, "Have you had these before?" She's like, "Nah, but they got a big alcohol percentage." Like, I'll be sweet. We're like, dude,
Won't be sweet.
don't actually have to, like, this sounds really weird, but just don't have too many of them, or
Yeah.
else you'll fuck yourself. She's like, no. An hour later, go out the front, she passed out in a gutter throwing up.
You know what's crazy?
She got lammed.
I remember growing up, same thing, like 18, 19, you're like, fuck yeah, these things like 6%, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, if you give me a full strength beer, like if we're having a big session,
Yeah.
someone's like, do you want a full strength beer? I'm like, no, not really.
Can I get a bloke midi, please?
Can I get a midi, please? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, used to be like 6%, fuck yeah, now it's like,
Yeah, now it's
what
like,
if these
fuck.
4.2s? You're like, nah.
When I
have a 3.5.
when I first used to go out, I used to go to what's that place in Caxton Street? It's not the Caxton Hotel. Lefties. They used to do this beer, the Torpedo, Sierra Nevada Torpedo Pale Ale, 6%, 1.8, strong as fuck. And I used to go there with Hurdy, and we just smash them.
Yeah.
If you gave me one today, I would not be able to do it.
No chance. Keep that shit away from me.
I'll just take a bloke midi, please.
Yeah. But that's about it for this week's show.
Fucking oath. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember, if you've come this far, it's almost 6 p.m. most likely when you're listening, or it could be 6 p.m. later on, or you could have missed 6 p.m. tonight.
Yeah, that's our podcast work. You can listen to it whenever you want. But
That's it. But jump on the bloke.shop regardless, guys, and get yourself one of his 2023 bloke jerseys, guys. It's going to be fucking awesome seeing everyone at Magic Round with them. We will probably be seeing you there.
Yeah.
We're horny for it.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on Wednesday. We'll be back at the Caxton. We might even wear our new bloke jerseys. Who knows?
Who knows?
Thanks, bye.